What's up, everybody? It is Kia Kelly, video marketing and social media strategy. There is my Instagram. What's up, guys? So let's hit go live everywhere. All right. So welcome, everybody. If you are catching this on the replay, type hashtag replay in the comments, and that's going to let me know you're watching this on the replay. Let me check my Facebook really quickly because oftentimes when I go live on Facebook, it doesn't like publish to everybody, which is unfortunate. So we want to make sure that we are showing to everybody. We are. Yes, we are. We are. That's great. Um, Hello, everyone. I'm just trying to share to my Facebook group really quickly. If you guys would not mind me doing so, welcome. You guys, let me know what city, state, or country you guys are watching from. I am here in, where am I going? I'm looking for my group. I'm here in sunny, hot Houston, Texas. I would say sunny San Diego, but I moved from there 3 weeks ago. So I'm just trying to tag my community in my Facebook group real quick, real quick, real quick. There we go. There we go. Done and done. All right. So we are here in hot Houston, Texas. I love being in Houston, no complaints, but it is hot. I see there is somebody from Toronto, Canada. What's up from Toronto, Canada? I see Austria. Wow, Austria. Thanks for being here. Houston is in the building. Welcome everybody. So today I wanted to have a conversation. It's like I usually go live all the time, but now I'm like today I want to spend some time being here with you guys, talking about what's happening these days on Instagram, what's happening on TikTok, especially for those that are marketers or business owners that are, trying to sell our products and services online. Okay. Let me check my settings really quickly. I want to make sure my audio is correct. It is. I did good. I'm so proud of myself because I don't always get it together. You know what I mean? I just do not always get it together by no means. All right. So first things first is you guys are going to tell me city, state, or country you're watching me from. Okay, this is how we can connect because you can see me, I can see your name, but I really love connecting with people, connecting with my community. So that way, one day I'm like, when I meet you, I'm like, oh yeah, H Town. Oh yeah, you're from Austria and all that because it's just a really great way to like know people, because it's one thing to know me online and it's another thing if I can get to know you. So y'all tell me city, state, or country. All right. So we got Missouri, we got Maryland. Hey, Angela. All right. Okay. So as you guys are doing that, New Jersey, Sacramento, California. Okay, Sacramento up there. It's really hot up there. Listen, Redding, California burnt up my steering wheel. I mean, burnt to a crisp. I've never had a steering wheel burnt before. My steering wheel is burnt. I've never had to buy a steering wheel cover until I moved to Northern California. The level of is something else up there. Okay. All right. So I want to have a conversation with you guys all about Instagram and TikTok. Okay. I want to have a conversation all around Instagram and TikTok. All right. Now, I wish I was on my phone because I could invite some of you guys into the conversations. But I can't invite you in because I'm streaming on StreamYard on all the platforms. So we're live on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook personal page, Facebook business page, LinkedIn, YouTube. Let's see, Instagram. We're everywhere at this point, and so I can't bring people on, but I can talk to you. Okay. So, we as a company, one of the things that we do on a regular basis is every single day, we are constantly looking for all the social media updates. Okay. So, we are subscribed to so many different newsletters that give us updates every single day. Okay. Now, I have not been able to really be in on all that again. Girl, thanks. I haven't always been like lately been so up to date on everything because back in the end of November, I had a really big surgery and I've been trying to like heal. Like, so it's like when you have surgery, they put you under. And so my brain has been like slowly turning on. I'm learning that about anesthesia. So I'm like, okay, all right. So I told myself that I'm not going to dive really hard in back to everything until I can be there. And so now what is happening is I'm like, okay, now I am there and I'm seeing all these new things that are happening. And I want to talk to you guys about a lot of those things. Okay. But I want us to talk to each other. Okay. So I'm going to pull up my screen here and I'm going to pull up our social media updates. Hang on one second. Let me get my document because we do this every single morning. So every single morning, we're looking at, okay, what's going on with this? What's going on with that? All the different platforms. Okay. All right. So let me minimize the big screen and I'll pull up the small screen. All right. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to let you guys actually see what's happening there. Okay. So give me just one second. I'm going to do a quick screen share and I want to talk through each of these things with you to determine how you can utilize this if you are going to utilize this. And then what do you think about it? Okay. So the first update, where'd it go? I have all these screens pulled up. Okay, so the first update that we got on the 7th, which was over the week on Friday, was that TikTok is testing something called streaks. Okay, I'm gonna read it to you and you tell me if you think you will be interested in it. So TikTok is testing streaks that are similar to what people see on Snapchat. The company said it's experimenting with the streaks. The rules for getting a streak are simple. You have to DM someone for more than 3 days in a row. Once you do that, you will get a streak badge on the chat along with a number of streak days. A streak ends when neither person sends a chat within 24 hours of the last message. Okay. So for those of you all that are on TikTok and you use the DMs, do you see yourself focusing on the streak feature? Me personally, I do not. I see this as a tool for maybe content creators, but for me as a business owner, I don't quite see me DMing somebody like that every single day unless it's like my best friend, but more than likely I'm gonna text her, okay? Y'all tell me, what do y'all think about that? I think it's a slight update, okay? Another big thing that has happened is where to go. I think it's TikTok Studio. Where did it go? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is Instagram. So, Instagram just recently announced that they have a new feature that's called the early access feature. Okay. The early access feature. And basically, what that means is that people are going to get access to early features. So, when Instagram is working on something, you're going to be able to see a new feature before everybody sees it. And what I think is happening with that is I think that they are trying to implement different things and they want to test it out with people who are committed to being in test groups, right? When I look at a feature like that, I feel like here's an opportunity to see what's coming down the pipe. I think it's an opportunity to be connected to the people of Instagram, but I don't know how I feel about being a beta tester because typically when you beta test things, like you're dealing with all the like quirks and glitches and all that or whatever. Okay. Another thing that I saw and I want to talk about a little bit is where is it? And then we're going to talk about all the things we are all experiencing. I'll close that. So, one of the things that I've been talking about is TikTok Studio. And here's what I am enjoying. Okay. So, for me, obviously, I have a business and I'm always trying to grow my business, build my business, learn the things I need to learn, implement the things I need to implement. But I don't always have like time to just be on my phone doing things, right? Any of you guys here have a social media manager? Or you are a social media manager and you always have to be on your phone and going in and out all these client accounts. Well, I found myself like being frustrated with having to do everything on my phone. And now with TikTok Studio, it's where it's all on desktop now. So it's basically where like I'm live on TikTok, so I can't show it to you. But now your social media manager or you is able to create, or you create videos in your phone. You're able to take those videos and put them on TikTok desktop. You can edit the videos there. You can do music with the videos. You can do all the things you normally could do from a mobile phone, except you can now schedule your videos from TikTok desktop. Listen, I don't know about you guys, but I'm all about that life, right? I think that is probably going to come too from Instagram for Reels, but I really, really love that opportunity because sometimes if you're working on your computer, you just want to be able to do what you want to do on your computer and not have to always be on your phone. Okay. But y'all not talking to me. I see y'all are here, but y'all not talking to me. What do y'all think about that? Or what are like some of the new features that you guys have seen from Instagram or TikTok over the last 60 days? I have seen over on TikTok where the TikTok stories. So everybody now is utilizing stories over on TikTok. Now, listen, it has been over 2 years, and I have been saying that thank you. I agree. Who am I talking to? 5 cents. Which one of you guys am I talking to? I have been saying over the last 2 years that, hey, Doc, I've been saying over the last 2 years that the DM automation is coming for TikTok. I've been saying that, but the challenge was that the way that TikTok was set up originally, there wasn't intention for the DM. So nobody was sending DMs, nobody was open to receiving DMs. Hey, Randy. And so because of that, the DMs, it just wasn't doing what they're doing. So me as a business owner, I've been like advocating for open the DMs, open the DMs, open the DMs. And I've been saying that it's going to come. Well, let me show y'all really quickly what TikTok what the DMs look like now for TikTok. So first of all, I'm going to my notifications. So my notifications are always on Swole. Okay, that message request feature. When that came, I was like, here it comes. Because I kept saying it was going to come. Now, some people do not like the DM feature. I'm gonna show you stories in a second. But here is the power of the DMs on TikTok, on all platforms, is most sales are not made on the feed. Okay. Most people aren't buying because what you got in the feed. The sales are being made because of the conversations that are happening in the DM. Okay. And so, because of that, many of us have focused a lot of our efforts on Instagram in the DM, using the DM automation tool to get people to respond, get a link in their DM, and then we can follow up with them. Right. So that wasn't available for TikTok. But now here's what happens. Let me find somebody who is safe. Let me find a safe person's DM. Okay, this is good. Okay, we're gonna use Metro. No, no. Okay, hold on. Metro's up there. Who can we find? Let me see. Who is safe? Can I pause it? I can't pause it. Oh man. Oh, there we go. Okay, perfect. So here is someone's. Hold on. Let me hold it down. Pause. There we go. So here is somebody's DM. This is no, excuse me. This is someone's TikTok story. Very similar to how you make Instagram stories. So she made a story. Now, the newest feature on TikTok is that when you are looking at someone's stories, you cannot comment on somebody's stories, right? So typically, if you see a video, you will typically comment on it. That's it. You commented, that's fine. But now with stories, you cannot comment. If you comment on a video, you are sending that person a direct message. Okay? If you are commenting on someone's stories, you are sending them a direct message. What does that mean? That means now, if you can get people to send you a direct message, now you can have conversation after conversation after conversation after conversation in the DMs, right? So I'll give you an example. Over the weekend on Instagram, we had a post that started to really pick up steam. People are commenting to grab our 75 free hooks. Sorry, my back is itching. To grab our 75 free hooks. And so they commented the word hooks, and then a DM got sent to them into their inbox, right? And so all these people went to download the free hooks. Listen, I am teaching a free class tomorrow. Stay with me. Let me explain why I'm saying this. I am teaching a free class tomorrow called How to Create 30 Days of Content in 1 hour and Earn $100,000. Now, that video was not about that. That video was about 75 free video hooks. Okay. But today, when we, logged in for work, I talked to my social media manager and said, okay, a couple hundred people commented the word hooks over the weekend. Can you go and talk to all of them? Send all of them a message inviting them to join us for our free class tomorrow. Listen, to be able to talk back to a couple hundred people and invite them to join our webinar, and all it cost me was my social media manager's regular hourly rate. Is It's incredible, right? I had this video on TikTok that went crazy viral. I mean, it was nuts what was happening. I didn't know what to do when it was happening. And I was getting hundreds of DMs. I mean, I can't even explain to you the amount of people that sent me a DM. They wanted me so bad. They found me on Instagram. They found me on Facebook. They found my website and was sending me message through my website. And guess what the power of that was? I had the opportunity to comment back and talk to every single person that has sent me a DM. Now, what I love about TikTok is the tendency of that platform is for people to engage. Typically, people engage very highly on TikTok. And so if you are able to create stories on TikTok and get people to comment in those stories, now you can follow up with people, not just to try to sell them, but to create a community, develop relationships. Like seriously, because the thing about everything that we do, we need people to engage. Whether you are running a paid ad or you have an organic piece of content, we need people to engage. And so I love the fact that TikTok just recently launched that feature. I mean, that is huge on TikTok. Now, if you're not using TikTok, you should be. I know people are still concerned about TikTok potentially being banned. So let me tell you about that. Okay. I am like, TikTok needs to know who I am because I am such pro them. Okay. Okay. Listen. Now, before I go into that, I do want to invite all you guys to the webinar. Okay. I'm doing a class tomorrow at 6 o'clock. I think it's six. I think it's 6 CST. Let me see. Let me see. What time is it tomorrow? Yeah, I'm doing a class tomorrow at 6 p.m. CST called How to Create 30 Days of Content in 1 hour and Earn $100,000. Okay, absolutely free class. If you want to join that class, let me see. Let me put the link on the screen for y'all. If you are watching this, you can just comment the words 30 days. Okay, so if you comment 30 days, you can get access to the link. Okay, so if you comment 30 days and you're on Facebook or you're on Instagram and you comment 30 days, it's going to automatically send you a direct message. Okay. So you just comment like this 30 days. Okay. Uh, Exactly, Doc. So if you just comment 30 days, you can get the link, okay? And they'll send you an inbox message on Facebook and on Instagram. If you're watching anywhere else, you can go to this link that's on the screen, okay? And it's absolutely free. If you have ever been in one of my classes, you know I give y'all the whole farm. I teach y'all everything. I don't hold anything back, okay? And if you register for the class, you will also get the replay, but the replay is only available for 24 hours. Okay. So if you want to watch the replay, it's available for 24 hours, then it's gone. Okay. So if you're on Facebook or you're on Instagram and you type 30 days, it'll be sent to you in your DM. Okay. All right. So I got news that, well, first of all, the owner of TikTok is like, that's a business. The US is trying to bully him into selling his company. And he's like, no, I am not selling, which I think two things about all of it. I think that there is a potential risk of us on the app for sure. And I also think that as a business owner, I'm like, leave me alone, leave my company alone. You know what I mean? So I get it. So I got news recently that TikTok is currently building a US version of the app. Okay, so we have TikTok, which is the global platform, and it is, it's connected through via ByteDance, which is in China. We don't get to all that, right? But the news that I recently got is that TikTok is like, okay, we are going to build a US version of this app. It's going to be extremely similar to what has been built in Singapore, but here's the US version. US soil, all the things, but they still own it with restrictions of what the US is saying that they want. That is the word that I got on the street. Now, what do I think about that? I'm like, I'm here for it. I love TikTok. Like for me, I utilize all social media platforms, but TikTok is I feel like it's one of the greatest creative social media endeavors. I really do. Because, like, you guys tell me, what do you love about TikTok? Y'all tell me in the comments. I'm gonna read them out loud. Because when I look at TikTok, TikTok gives everybody an opportunity to express themselves in a way that we never could experience them. So, like, I have some random people coming to mind, right? So there's Lindy and Lo. There are a married couple who always are playing pranks on each other, but it's the exact same prank, right? So they're filling up balloons with water and shaving cream, and they are getting them walking into the house doing something, and suddenly it falls on their head. Or they're coming home from work and suddenly she comes out of the refrigerator with like one of those those splashes of color things, all harmless thing, but just amazing, just amazing, you know what I mean? And so yeah, you love them. I love that couple, you know what I mean? But then I also know that, like, and I'm not trying to be racist when I say this, but just hear me. You see the white guy who is typically looked at in high school as the nerd, right? He dresses the part of what you typically see, quote unquote, on TV as the nerd. Doesn't mean he's a nerd, but it's the typical picture of what a nerd is. You see this guy show up with music playing and he is dancing in a way where everybody is like, who is that? This guy would never get any play at school because of however he shows up. But here he is expressing himself through music and dance. And you are like, what in the world? He's amazing, right? Or you got the person who is just really cute and quirky and they're just very shy, but they started to create content on this platform. And now you're like, you're obsessed with them. Or you have the old man who lives alone with his cat who decided to learn how to create videos on TikTok and now has 1.3 million followers. Or these two elderly couple dancing. Like, there's all of this stuff. Like, I learned about menopause and perimenopause all because of Dr. Mary Claire Haver, because she decided to start creating content on TikTok 4 years ago. Now, New York Times bestseller. Like, I mean, she's just crushing it at life and business right now. Doc. All because TikTok gave people this conscious and unconscious freedom of expression, right? Like, I mean, it's incredible to see these 20-year-old kids build these massive followings, build business, buying a house, I mean, investing, doing all this stuff that, I mean, does that make sense? Like, I look at myself and how I mean, 4 years ago, I was still healing from my divorce. We're always still healing, but I just watched myself just starting to come alive in a different way, being able to express myself differently than I ever could. So, like, I remember in 2020, I've been divorced 10 years, but I remember in 2020 when God first told me to get on TikTok. I remember one of those days I had created a series of videos, and one of them was so funny to me. And I just kept watching it and I was just laughing and just laughing and just laughing at myself. But later that night, I had like this breakthrough. And I was like, what am I experiencing? And I'm like, oh, I'm having an emotional breakthrough watching me be free again in a way that I wasn't, because I was dealing with all the sadness of divorce. I mean, we'll talk about that one day, but that's just a whole thing. And just continuously watching me just become more and more and more and more like my old self and new self, all because of a platform like TikTok. Like, I just feel like it's just a very different place that allows people for freedom of expression. I think it's a very unique place for businesses. So y'all tell me, who are your favorite people to watch on TikTok? Tell me who they are and what kind of content that they create, right? So we all know I think she's white. She looks white, so I'll just say white. She may not be all white, but I'll just say white. There's the white girl who's engaged to a black guy and she can cook her tail off. I mean, cook her tail up, right? And she's got this video teaching how to make baked macaroni and cheese from scratch. That video has over 96 million views on it. And she made it. She made that macaroni and cheese, honey. I was like, you go, girl, you go. And she continues to just cook. She loves to cook, but because she started bringing her love for cooking to TikTok, could change her life completely. Somebody said they love Country Wayne. Wayne is crazy. Okay, it's crazy. Aggie says she loves ASMR creators. Now I gotta say, ASMR creators freak me out. They're like, hello. Like, let me see. Let me put on my lipstick. ASMR freaks me out. That's just me, though. Everybody like, but they definitely creep me out. Hello, can you hear me? I know you can hear me. You know what I mean? Like they creep me out, but I love the freedom of expression over on TikTok. And I think that the average company, if they started to just learn half of how to create content that creatively, they will be amazed, right? Oh, good ones. So he likes a Keith Lee and Mr. Chime Time. Okay. I like Chime Time is crazy. Listen, let me tell you about Chime Time. Chime Time, when I listen to him, I'm always like, I feel like I need to repent every time I listen to him. When he eats something really good, he's always very passionate or sexual about things. And I'm always like, I feel like I always got to repent listening to him because I'm like, good Lord, what is going on? So I like his reviews, but he be doing the most for me. Keith Lee, I don't know how you cannot like Keith and Ronnie Lee. I mean, man, like just Keith is just, and I love seeing his like reflection videos, how he shows where they came from versus where they are. Like it's just beautiful. And it all happened because he just decided to start putting videos on social media. I'm still the FYP person. I don't watch people specifically, but I watch content that's good. Yeah, agree. I'm always on the FYP all day, every day. That's how I discover people every single day, all on the FYP. So many of the Black girls are teaching me so much about my skincare. I am like, listen, they are on a whole nother level. And I'm like, yes, honey. Yes. Watching Jackie Ina, I'm like, girl, what? Yes. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. I enjoy work from home creators because it helps me not feel alone while working from home. I love that. There's people that stream working from home. I mean, amazing working from home, right? Do you think we'll still have the freedom of expression with the US TikTok? Yes, I do. Listen, listen. How do I say what I'm thinking? Okay. Hey, so I am not a conspiracy theorist, okay? But y'all tell me what you think. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not someone who is QAnon or whatever. You do you, boo, right? I am someone who is like, God, tell me what's going on, help me understand what's going on, whatever, right? Now, when they started talking about banning TikTok, I was like, be open, be objective. What is the potential? Let's look at what the US, okay? So I started to learn that we all listen, we have said our whole lives that the media tells one story. We have always said that the media is telling one story, but there's got to be more to the story. But they have the one station has this narrative, the other station has this narrative, right? And so there's all these truths, but there really is one truth. And that's why when people started videoing things and putting them on social, it was like, here is the truth versus what the media may have said. And so I started to kind of go down this rabbit hole of learning a little bit. And people were talking about how the wars we have dealt with and all this stuff. When they started talking about, oh man, what's the phrase? I'm gonna say it out loud, but y'all tell me exactly what the phrase is. It is telling the real story of Black history. What's it called? Man, I can see it, but I can't see the words. What's it called? They don't want it in schools. Leo to move from TikTok to Instagram. What is it called? Critical race theory. There it is. Got it. Okay. So them not wanting critical race theory to be in schools because it's going to like here is the picture that we have painted all these years. And but critical race theory actually pulls it out, and it's like, you know. So when I started to learn about some of those things and all that, I was like, huh, there is a possibility that what we have been told about a lot of other things are only half truths, right? I remember a couple of weeks ago, months ago, when Dubai had that huge rainstorm. I mean, it was crazy, and our news was not talking about it. And then when they finally did, they made it seem like it was not that big of a deal, that it was smaller, and it was like, that's really interesting. Why is it not? Why is this not a big deal? So I started having this thought process of, I wonder if because TikTok is a global platform and we can see whatever people upload, does that cause the US government not to have control over what we see? And the answer is possibly, right? So it's kind of like what's happening with in regards to like what's happening in the Middle East. I want to be very careful. What's happening in the Middle East, we may be telling one story, but there's a whole story, and potentially a platform like TikTok is causing people to see all the things. But also, TikTok has the ability to give us things to see that is telling one story but not telling the whole story, right? So, my point in saying that is I do feel like that there is some things that our US government is like, too much is going on. We got to get rid of all this, right? But I also think that TikTok is beating the brakes off a lot of companies. I think they're beating Google and Meta and Amazon. TikTok plans to build a fulfillment center here in the US, like Amazon fulfillment. I think that's a big problem for Amazon. So that's kind of what I think is happening there. But if they do launch a brand new US based TikTok app, I think it makes me excited, to be quite honest. If they did do that, I hope that they are able to import all of our followers over. You know what I mean? Doc, you asked me a question. You said, I did a live unboxing and showing the new Rode interview mic, and they blocked my live. They said it was sponsored ad content, but it was just me doing what I do. Any advice? Oh, interesting. Interesting. So I think that AI probably is what tagged you, because it's like, I don't think it's a person that actually did that. Now I think because TikTok is focused very heavily on TikTok shop right now, and people having TikTok shop content, things linked to the store. I think they're being very careful or very like sensitive of the content that's happening there. Um, but I don't think there was a person that blocked it. I think it was more like the AI that probably did that. That would be my guess, because there's way too many people that are live for them to go, "Hey, Doc is here. Hey, he's doing this." I mean, I think it was AI. So I don't know why that would happen. I wish my contact at TikTok, I could get in touch with them, but you know, I can't find her right now. But I know they're having some trouble. I'm like, don't they know me? I mean, if they spy and get this, I know, right, Duck. I know, right? Okay. So for those of you guys that are here, what are you guys are what are you guys seeing on Instagram and on TikTok that you are loving lately? Okay. Are you talking about the live restrictions? No, I was just answering a question that Doc was asking about him being live. So I don't know all the details of all that. I literally am just getting my bearings, because my big surgery and getting my brain back together after having anesthesia and all that is a lot. It's a lot than what I anticipated. And then I just moved from California to Houston, Texas 3 weeks ago. So my life is a hot mess express. I'll show y'all something real quick. So y'all see my background? My background is fake. Okay. My background is fabric. from Joann's. Okay, let me show y'all. Let me see. Let me show y'all over here. See those boxes over there? So then there's boxes over there. There's my cat. That's my bookshelves down there. There's my light. Okay, and then that's it. So it's not real. All right. I moved to my permanent unit on July the 5th. So I took this unit temporarily, but I moved to my real unit all the way down the hall on July the 5th. So that's when we will set up everything. But I think I like this color. I found this fabric at Joann's and I'm like, I really like this color. So we're going to see what we can do. We're going to see what we can do with that, with the painting the wall or whatever. Okay. Let me see. Hold on. Thank you, Angeline. I'm glad I'm feeling better too. Take your time, love. Happy you're getting better. Thank you. I'm moving and flying to Florida on Friday. Woohoo! Let's go, Florida. Okay. What kind of questions do you guys have? Listen, I want all of you guys to come and join me tomorrow. I'm teaching how to create 30 days of content in 1 hour and earn $10,000. And you just register here, kiakelly.com/30 days. If you're on Facebook or you're watching on Instagram, you can comment 30 days and I'll send you a link through automation. I'm still overthinking my background. Girl, you need to go to Joann Fabric and get you something. Like this cost me, I think it was like $10, and I just put it up with little clear stick pins. But I can take it down. You know what I mean? Because like I'm moving. So I'm like, I can take it down. You know what I mean? Let me see. Questions. Let me see. I love how you show the fabric falling in one of your videos. It's a reminder to not be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I feel like the more that I show people how imperfect my life really is, the more people like me. Right? Listen, I used to think that everything had to be together and it had to look like everything was together. Listen, nowadays, every time I speak at a conference and I'm talking about the power of short form video, I always talk about them with me and menopause because menopause is such a thing that nobody wants to talk about. And I'm like, we're going to talk about it because this is what's happening. And I get on and I always tell them, here's the power of short form video. Dr. Mary Claire Haber goes through menopause as an OBGYN, starts to realize she's a bad doctor. So she starts learning about menopause because she's in menopause. She starts teaching about menopause. She starts to blow up. I start learning about perimenopause and menopause, right? My body starts doing all these weird things. And I'm like, what's going on with me? I start researching her. Then my skin starts getting real dry. And I'm like, oh my God, what do I do with my skin? I search what did I search? Menopause skin. And this woman is like, you need to be using this type of color, this type of product if you are dealing with dryness, with perimenopause, and if you are brown. She starts educating all about all these different products. I bought everything. I didn't research the products. I listened to her. I bought everything. Skin is flawless. Okay. Then I started taking a shower and I'm like, wait a minute, my hair is thinning. Hold up. Wait a minute. What's going on? And I Google menopause hair thinning. Dr. Mary Claire Haber comes up. She goes, here's a symptom of what happens to women during menopause. Here's the product that I use. Googled on Amazon, bought the product. And I tell the story all the time in my presentations. And people are always like, they come up to me afterwards and go, thank you so much for talking about that. Nothing about my marketing presentation. They are happy that I'm talking about issues that they are dealing with, right? Every single time I talk about healing after divorce, about how I was devastated and depressed and going through all this therapy, people are like, oh my God, I just love you. I'm like, because he broke my heart, you love me? Dang, girl. What you gonna do when I meet somebody? I hope you're gonna still be here. What song by Climax? What song is that, Doc? You showing your age. Online, I like when people do a series of topic and repeat. I agree. Y'all been trying to find the perfect dude for centuries. We don't exist. Listen, I don't need a perfect dude. I just need an honest. Well, hold on. Let me clean it up. I need a man who loves God. I need a man who knows how to keep his thing in his pants and be faithful. Okay. I need a man who looks at me and goes, "Oh my God, you are like a popsicle on a hot day, and all I want is you." All I want is you. All I want is you. That's what I'm looking for. And someone who's taking care of themselves, right? Like you're financially taking care of yourself, physically taking care of yourself, and you're just a good guy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't need perfect. But I need faithful. I need fine. Fine to me. I don't care what race you are. Fine to me. Loves Jesus. You know what I'm saying? That's what I need, right? I don't need perfect. Because when you meet me, you're gonna be like, oh shoot. The same me that you see in here is the same me you get out there. You know what I mean? It's like it is what it is. What's the name of the product skincare products? So the main one that is changing the game is jojoba oil and drunk elephant peptides or whatever. It's like the moisturizer. So it's I use whatever skin, whatever wash or whatever. Nice. It's Garnier. It's really cheap. Like it's just really cheap but really good. But I put this peptide mixture. It's like blue by Drunk Elephant every morning. And then at night, I put jojoba oil on my face. That's what they taught me. Everywhere I go, they go, man, your skin looks good. And I'm like, maybe it's Maybelline. Um, and I started getting all that when I started getting wearing those products. Okay. You got to go to our church. It's in H Town. What's your church? I've been going to the church called Rig Global. It's in South Houston. Listen, can I tell y'all something? I know this is off topic. Listen, I'm black, so this is not racist. Okay. All right. Let me say that. I grew up in a traditional black church, all the things. And eventually I started migrating to more of the diverse church, right? Because that's how I am, but also just how they teach and all this stuff. So for the last 15 years, I've been going to like diverse church. It's typically very calm, just kind of expressive, but the expression is normally during worship, right? And so when the sermon's happening, everybody's calm, chill, a little laugh here and there, clap here and there, whatever, no big deal. I went to Rig Global my first Sunday and I was like, I didn't know what was going on. It's about Pentecostal. I was like, what is happening? And I'm like, Kenya, you're okay. You're at church. Like, you know how like you feel like you're in an environment and you freaking out. I was like, whoa, what's going on? Right. It was like, whoa, all the things. And so I've been going for a couple weeks now and I love it, but it's very different than what I've been doing the last 15 years. Right. So, you know, so I've been going to Rig. I definitely know of Hope City. When I first lived here, I went to Hope City. I think you guys had the previous pastor that was there. We won't go into it. So I definitely can check it out again. Without saying the details, Luna, is the same pastor there that was there 5 years ago, or he moved on? Not sure. I can attest for Kenya being really her. I met her once and she knew she was family. Now we see you. Yes, Doc. Let's go, Doc. Doc, where you gonna be next? We're gonna see you next. Jojoba oil is amazing. It really is. I mean, I put jojoba oil here and here. What time is your teaching tomorrow? So my class that I'm teaching is at 6 p.m. CST, so 7 p.m. EST. Again, it's called How to Create 30 Days of Content in 1 hour and get to $10,000 a month. Okay. I want all y'all to come. Okay. The link is on the screen, but if you're on Facebook or you're on Instagram, you can type 30 days and our chat bot will send you a link. Okay, Aggie Luna, I figured that he had moved on. I wouldn't be opposed to going if he was still there, but it's a little sketch, so yeah. Girl, I just watched a documentary on Netflix about the TikTok dancer. Girl, dude, I said, girl, man, I love Miranda and Melanie. I've been watching them for years, and that just made me so sad watching that documentary. It's called Dancing for the Devil on Netflix. You know, like he made church people look bad. Pastors look bad. Like you talk about your agent is taking. So y'all don't know what's going on. So there's a community of dancers on TikTok, and some of them ended up going to LA, joining this movement called this management company called 7M. And there's a big documentary on Netflix about it. And the way that it's portrayed on the documentary is that if somebody brought in, let's just say they brought in $10,000 from a deal, they had to give 20% to the management company, which is normal. So that's $2,000 to the management company. So now there is $8,000 left. So then they're supposed to give 10% offering, which is biblical, 10%, no, 10% tithe, which is biblical, 10% offering. It's your offering is up to you, but they said 10 more percent, and then 10 more percent to the pastor. So 50%. So if a dancer gets a deal that's $10,000, they give basically 5,000 of that to the pastor in his community, and then the dancer gets the other 50%. That's wild. Not to mention when Melanie said that they laid hands on her, everybody was speaking in tongues and said, "You are saved now." You don't get saved when somebody lay hands on you. That's not how that goes. You say, "I accept Jesus as Lord of my life." That's how you get saved. Okay? You can't put your hands on me and save me. You don't save me. Wild. I do hope that I hope that Melanie learns more about God, Jesus, and Holy Spirit, and then is doing that. But I also hope that Miranda, if she's in something, that she gets out of it. But that's a whole ordeal. So argan oil. I am allergic to argan oil. I had no idea. We're talking about the products of my listen. When I moved to Houston, I know we off topic. When I moved to Houston, I started putting like gel in my hair again to fight the humidity, and I was using the Eco Styler gel with argan oil. Every day I was itching from everywhere. I mean, just itching, 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 itching. And I was like, why am I itching? Maybe I ate mango because I'm allergic. Maybe I used something that has coconut because I'm allergic. Couldn't figure out what it was. Holy Spirit is so smart. Was like, stop using that gel. You're going to be fine. I stopped using the gel. So I'm allergic to argan oil. There's that. My biggest frustration is wanting to make a video I can upload to IG, Facebook, and TikTok without restrictions on one of them. Listen, Flora, let me help you understand something. The best thing you can do for yourself from a content standpoint is filming content in your camera. Okay, hold on one second. I'm playing around. I'm hanging with y'all. I need to check messages from my team. 1 second. Hold on. I'm like, hold on. Okay, hold on. Just checking messages for my team. Hold on. I'm like, because I can be here with y'all all day. Okay, 1 second. Let me see. I got any messages from the team? Let's see. All right, hold on. Hold on. Let me coach my social media manager real quick. Y'all okay. Y'all can listen to me coach my social media manager. Okay. Because I want to stay here with y'all. All right. So just FYI, what I do, we're in Google Chat, we're in Google Workspace, and so I am going to put a thing that says hashtags, and I'm going to give her. Oh, you know what? It's probably better if I do it on my phone to do audio. Hold on. I normally don't do this live, but it's not like a bad thing. All right. Hey, Maria. So I'm actually live on social media right now while we are doing this, but I wanted to make sure that I responded to you. So when it comes to hashtags on TikTok specifically, it's really important to understand about like SEO. Okay. So that video where we're talking about creator search insight tools, we definitely want to use the main hashtags, and we want to use a couple more that people are searching. But in addition to that, we want to make sure that we use hashtags that are about what the video is about. So you want to use the creator insights tool hashtag. You want to do hashtag content creator, hashtag content creators, because our target audience are women, hashtag female business owner, hashtag female a women-owned business. But then you also want to do actual SEO keywords. And what I mean by that is once you do all the hashtags, then you want to type in creator search insight, comma, how to create how to use creator search insights, comma, how to go viral on TikTok, comma. So you do your caption, and then you do your hashtags, and then you do SEO keywords. So some of it's the same things as in hashtags, but it's more of the how to. I hope that makes sense. So I want you to type out what I just said, the hashtags on Notion, so I can see it and then I can approve it. Okay, thanks. Okay. I was like, let me just coach live. Okay. Is that good? So I'm training our new social media manager how to create content for us, how to post content for us, all the things. Okay. So normally I would not coach somebody live, but I felt like that was something that you guys could benefit from. So was that beneficial to anybody to kind of see that? That would be great. Thanks, Bob. Thanks, Doc. Okay. So here's the deal, Floor. We're talking about uploading videos. So one of the best things you can do for yourself is filming everything in your camera. Best thing. Okay. So earlier today, I filmed some tutorials. Okay. Like here's a video I recorded earlier today. I filmed it in my camera, put it on CapCut, and did the editing there. And then here's the video. Okay. So now it's on my camera roll. Okay. So now I can go and post it on Instagram Reels. I can go and post it on Facebook Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. I can post it everywhere without any issues with watermarks, right? So if I create something on Reels, I got the issue with watermarks and metadata. If I create it on TikTok, I have that same issue. But if I create it in my camera, editing CapCut, and then distribute, there's no issues, right? So that's the biggest thing you can do for yourself. Now, I am going to be teaching a lot of this stuff tomorrow in the class. So if you guys are saying, hey, Kenya, I want to learn from you, I got a free class, absolutely free. All you had to do is go to kenyakelly.com/30 days. Okay, kenyakelly.com/30 days. And you can sign up. The classes tomorrow at 6 Central, 7 EST. But if you're here on Instagram or you're here on Facebook, you can type 30 days and then the link will be sent to your DM. Okay. Thanks for joining me. So you'll be in my class. Oh, thank you so much for enjoying my coaching moment. Thanks for following too, Scrapbook. All right. What questions do you guys have? Like ultimately, what is happening right now on what I see is happening on social media is I see a bunch of platforms preparing for a potential TikTok ban, right? We see fan base really pumping things up. You see Instagram doing more. Everybody's trying to do more to prepare for a potential TikTok ban because they feel like if it gets banned, then everybody's going to come to them, which makes total sense to me, right? So, what do I think that you should be doing? I think that no matter if TikTok gets banned or not, that you should be distributing your content to multiple places. Okay. We distribute all of our content everywhere, everywhere. Okay. So one video that I post on Instagram today will go everywhere by the end of the week. Okay. Because it's just beneficial and it's a great time saver. Like why create one piece when you got to continue creating another one? My TikTok allows me to download without the watermark before posting a draft. Yes, mine does too. Will you talk about TikTok Shop and Marketplace? So I'm not a big TikTok Shop person right now. I've been out of the game on what's really happening with TikTok Shop. So I'm not the best person to talk about that for right now. So I'm still learning that. It's a whole lot that goes along with that. So I'm not your girl. But once I get there, I can definitely tell you more. I'm just not the person for it just yet. Because I've been out. I know how to create something in TikTok Shop. I mean, I know how to, buy something and then create a video, but I don't know anything else just yet. Floor, do you mean filming on my phone camera and then edit on CapCut? Then you add any effects on given platforms? So I'll add effects from the other platforms just so I can use the other effects for sure. Yeah, for sure. But definitely do as much as you can in CapCut. Okay. All right. Thanks for being here tomorrow. Okay. I'm making a shop because my product is almost ready for pre-sale. Let's go, Doc. That's great. What's going to be your product? So I thought about creating a product, but I'm like, listen, to get from here to the post office, man, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. I'll do more digital for now. Thanks, Flora. Glad you joining me tomorrow. Okay. Any questions? What questions do you guys have about what's happening over on social media, on TikTok or Instagram? Thank you so much for supporting. I appreciate it. Any additional questions? Again, I want every last one of y'all to join me tomorrow, okay? Because it's not just about creating content all day, every day, especially as a business owner. You got things to do and you can't spend all your time creating content. You just can't. It's just, we just have too much to do, especially when you run a business, because when you run a business, there's so much to do all the time that we just don't have time to be creating content all the time. So I try not to. I do a bunch of content at one time and that's it. That's like all day yesterday. I was filming my course called the Vertical Video Mastery, and that's all I did all day yesterday. I was like 9:30 a.m. I was filming. I mean, I got down there at 9 o'clock, 9:30. I was filming, and I filmed all the way through. Came upstairs, had lunch, got to my computer, edited the videos, and then we uploaded them for the course. You know, how do I join tomorrow? So to join, you're going to go to the link on the screen, kenyakelly.com/30 days, or send me a DM. If you send me a DM, I'll send you the link. Can I ask why I was unable to comment on a very positive post? Also, why my post only got 4 views. So I don't know exactly why your post got 4 views. I would have to see the video. So if you're not able to post, it may be because that person has restrictions on their comments. That could be why. Doc Pops, you know how I got my color pop filters? I made my own. Oh wow, that's amazing. They are acoustically sound too, not just pretty. Ooh. Oh, I think I saw your post about that in Ecamm. There's a lot of colors. Oh, I love that. Good for you. I love that. Good for you, Doc. Can't wait to see them. That's amazing. I love that. Okay, guys, any last questions? I'm going to go and continue getting ready for tomorrow's class because to teach a bunch of people, a bunch of stuff is going to be, it's a lot. So I got to make sure I got myself together. And I leave for England on Thursday. My very first time going to Europe. I'm very excited and nervous. I'm leaving Thursday night at 10 and I get there the next day at some time. I can't remember. But then I speak on, that would be awesome, Doc. Thank you. Then I speak on the 17th. So I get there on the 14th and I'm going to be there for a couple days. And then I speak on the 18th. I think it's a party on the 17th and I speak on the 18th. And then I come home on the 20th. Well, I land in San Diego on the 20th, go a retreat on the 22nd. My birthday's on the 23rd. And then I come home on the 23rd. So if anybody, if you want to send me a gift for my birthday, let me know. I love Chipotle gift cards, PetSmart gift cards, and I love Kiwi Strawberry Snapple. My God, Kiwi Strawberry Snapple ever since I was a freshman in high school. I don't drink it often, but when I do, that is my drink of choice. Okay. I don't drink alcohol, but I do drink Kiwi Strawberry Snapple or Shirley Temple. Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm excited to travel. Did Chipotle respond? No, not yet. Listen. Oh, yeah. Everybody that's here, do me a favor. I am trying to host a Chipotle birthday party at Chipotle on my birthday. I want to get a bunch of my friends to show up at a local Chipotle. So I created a video on TikTok and I created a video on Instagram, and I'm talking directly to Chipotle. And I've been asking everybody, go to the comments and tag Chipotle on TikTok and on Instagram. Tag Chipotle because if they respond, who knows what could happen, right? So y'all tag Chipotle, okay, in the comments on the videos. You'll see it. I say birthday party Chipotle. Do me that favor, okay? Okay, cool. All right, guys. I will see you guys a little bit later. It's almost the end of work day, so I got to get with my team, make sure that they're ready and all the things. And then if you're on Facebook and you're on Instagram and you want to join the class tomorrow, just type 30 days and I'll send you the link. Otherwise, if you want the link to the class, just send me a DM and I will send you a link. Bye, Doc. Okay, bye, guys. Love you guys. Bye.